All right, we're back live from the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. Right now, we're joined by Harvard defensive end Zach Hodges. Zach, thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule. Why don't you just talk about how you got to earn a Senior Bowl invite, and coming from Harvard, what did you have to do to earn that invite?
Heading into my senior year, some people from the Senior Bowl reached out to me, said that they were interested in me. And kind of just through the year, they would reach out to me every now and then. And then I think it was just around Harvard-Yale, I heard that, kind of unofficially, I think, that I was supposed to be getting a Senior Bowl offer. Very thankful. And then I think it wasn't until a number of weeks, 3-4 weeks later, that I finally got the invite.
So looking at your bio, you went to Phillips and Exeter, which is in Massachusetts, where I'm from, and then Harvard. So academics obviously must be really important to you. What are the things you studied while you were at Harvard, and what do you hope to do after football or along with football?
Harvard is obviously, or in my opinion, a great university, great school. I decided to go there basically because it felt like it could offer me opportunities nowhere else in the world could. I studied government and philosophy. I'm not really sure where I'm going to do in my life or where I'm going to go right now. My focus is honestly, I want to be the best football player I can be. Help a team win a championship, win a Super Bowl.
So for people that haven't seen you play, an edge player, how would you describe your game to the people that might not have been able to see you play at Harvard?
As far as like my style of play,
pass rush ability, are you somebody that's used to dropping into coverage? What type of front do you play in a 4-3 front at Harvard, 3-4, that kind of stuff?
So I would say that I'm a outside force player in the run game. Also can be anything from a pass rusher to zone dropper, working on being as good of a man coverage blocker as possible. But as far as my style of play, I like to play very physical, very aggressive, running, kind of sideline balls to the wall. As long as the whistle hasn't blown, you got a shot to make a play. So,
what kind of things are these coaching staffs trying to instill to you? I know they only have like 3 or 4 days with you, but what are some things that you're trying to pick up this week from these coaches?
For this week, I've been learning a new position, playing very much so of like a true outside Sam linebacker, strong side linebacker. And so the coaches, honestly, it feels like they've done a lot to just try to provide mentorship. This whole process can kind of sometimes seem nerve-wracking. And so just the mentorship that they've provided, when I like to ask a lot of questions about the details, the little things. And so they helped me, grow and understand all those small components that make up football and the game.
Who's your favorite NFL player to watch? It doesn't have to be a defensive lineman or a defensive end, just somebody you like to follow.
When I was a kid, I played on the Steelers Little League football team, Mill Steelers, and so Troy Polamalu used to be him, and Jerome Bettis, the Bus, and all of those Steelers players. I used to really enjoy watching them.
Do you feel like coming from like an Ivy League school where there's a lower level of competition each week, that when you come to an event like this, that you have a little extra motivation to prove yourself and prove that you belong with guys that play on national TV every day in SEC?
Not really. I like competition. I like to compete. That's really enough for me. I know that a lot of different people have their perspective of me or of this process or anything, but I don't really have much control over that. What I can control is just me doing my job as best as I can, which is what I try to focus on.
And then finally, what are you trying to get out of this whole draft process? What's something you're trying to work on every day? And the end result, how do you hope this whole thing is? Like, what do you want to improve on most?
I mean, constantly trying to work on every aspect of your game as possible, from strength to speed, play knowledge, studying film, studying board work, understanding offenses and defenses and how they match up, coverages and how they match up to route running, run fits. Technique. I don't know. Try to work on every little aspect of your game, and you kind of I try to just break it down into components throughout the day, and for each part of the day, I just try to work on something different.
I guess I should probably ask this just to get it in there. What was the experience like playing in the Harvard-Yale game every year, just for people that might not be familiar with that? Like, what kind of experience is that, and what's it mean to you to be a Harvard player, having that opportunity to play in such a prestigious game?
Harvard, I think it's the Harvard-Yale is the oldest rivalry in the country. It's an awesome thing to be a part of. There's a lot of tradition. I think that's something that's very unique to Harvard, very unique to the Harvard-Yale game. It's just being able to be a part of that tradition, being able to be a part of that legacy of great players that have played in the game. So being able to be a part of that and sharing that, also being able to say I'm 4-0 against Yale. I've never lost to Yale. It's truly a blessing. Very thankful for it.
All right, Zach, thanks for your time. I know you're busy this week, so just good luck to you, and we hope this all works out for you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to come out and talk to me.